I figured out the best team to get 4.4 billion score in the guild boss mode. First, I want to start off with the team and what passives are being utilized. So, Leo, with Monarch trait, her familiar, and Peak of Shinobi Memoria with the Divinity trait. We use her ability to scale her damage while we're setting up Sukuna and its main DPS passives. She's really quick and simple to use and just free DPS overall. Her burn also synergizes well with the Kafka nuke. Next unit you want to use is the butter and cream of the team, Alucard. Now you want Monarch on him, you want his Memoria with Divinity, and then you want his Familiar. Next you want Sukuna versus Gojo as your next unit, you want Monarch trait on him, you want Contagious on his Memoria, and then you want to use a high crit damage bird. Next is Kafka with Monarch. You want her Memoria with Jack of All, Contagious, or Divinity, and then you want a bird with damage. After that, you want Armored Mage, and you want to use the Vanguard, only place her once, use the Vanguard mode, and that's pretty much it. You don't need her for anything else. Use her Memoria. Do not really worry too much about traits on Armored Mage, because Deadeye doesn't really matter. There's no dots that you can stack with her because of Sukuna. However, you do want a familiar, the Black Spirit familiar on her with at least 100% or more meter. This is just because it gets her into Vanguard mode quicker, so it basically sets up your damage faster, the higher meter you have. Then last, you want Skeleton King, which is odd, you wouldn't really use Skeleton King, but turns out Skeleton King is actually giving you significantly more DPS than any other unit that you can put on this team, because Sukuna is actually your highest DPS on this team, and so the more damage modifiers he has, the more damage you're going to be doing. He is the best unit in the game for damage. Even using the Pain Naruto strat, I only got to 2 billion. Sukuna doubles your damage. So you want Skeleton King, I use Armored Mage's Memoria on him, and then for traits, I use Marksman on both, just for range, but you can run Deadeye for the chance that you can do a bit more damage on his nuke. I'm not sure if it still works, but for safe measures, I just run Marksman on his stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna have to voice over this because I am locked in. I'm going as fast as possible. So this is kind of like playing Five Nights at Freddy's on the Ultimate Custom Night mode. I am just flying through every single thing. So as you can see, I placed Leo, popped her mode, everything else right after. Sukuna, as soon as you get him down, you want to get his Binding Vows, select it instantly, go to Urza, get Vanguard mode. Then you want to just figure out everything else. Like, okay, I need to pop that, I need to pop Alucards, and then I go to Skeleton King. Pop everything, boom. Now from here, it's easy numbers. You just want to keep flying through these keys on the Skeleton King, and you're already hitting 2 billion damage before the 1 minute mark. So that is a huge achievement, honestly. You're hitting 2 billion, and then from here, you basically just want to keep racking up your damage numbers. Usually around this point, 2.5 billion is how much the Naruto Pain strat will get you. Most players who don't have Sukuna will not be seeing the 3 billion damage mark. And so we're already at 3.2 billion damage, and we have 30 seconds left. So once I see this, or you see the 30 seconds left, you're going to hit 4 billion pretty easily from here. Now, you don't really get to 4 billion until the last 20 seconds, last 20, 10 seconds. And then after that, you'll get about 400, 500 million damage after that. As you can see, I've hit 4 billion. And then right now I'm just slowing down the keys. I'm not even looking at the keys, I'm just looking at my damage. And then right here, 4.4 and almost 4.5. And yeah, that's pretty much it.